Get started. 5 misconceptions about black women. Number 1, there is this notion that black women wear weave because they don't have no real hair. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is just not true. There are some black women who wear weave because they don't have real hair, but it's not the large number of the case. And I fell into this trap because I didn't know. Most of this comes from ignorance and not knowing. It's not kind of true, Chief Levi. I'm going to tell you who wears weave most of the time. Black women who want their hair to be full will fill it up with some weave. They'll get some tracks to make it feel full. It ain't because they don't have hair. Another reason is if they're looking at a different style, instead of cutting it or growing it into their style, they want to see what it looks like first. So, if you got long hair and you're black and you want to see what you look like with short hair, you'll get a quick weave with a bob. Good morning. It's not because you ain't got no hair. Now there are some women who don't have a lot of hair, so they wear weave. Edges may not be about nothing, but they just want to see what it looks like short. The majority of weave wearers are for fullness thereof, not for lack thereof. The majority is for fullness thereof. They want to see the fullness up and around. Okay? Not because they're just straight bald. Oh yeah, for some women, long hair means you're beautiful. Now there are people who have no hair. They ain't got no curves and no edges. How do I know this? I'm married to a black woman and she told me. That's the reason that I know this. Because there's a lot of women that I thought it was their hair, and my wife is like, that mistracks. And she's taught me what to look for, and now I can know. Just when I taught her what a good lineup is, she's taught me what weave is. And I was like, oh, that girl's hair is long. And my wife was like, that ain't all hers. Some of this is hers. The size is hers, but that back is full. That back is full as tracks. If I can tell you have tracks, you have a bad weave, because my eye is not trained as well. If I can tell you got to go back. Or when you cut all your hair off into a shortcut and then you miss your hair, you're going to put that weave in. Okay? Taraji, Gabrielle Union, Beyonce. I used to think that was all Beyonce's hair. But you remember when Beyonce got her hair caught in that fan and she kept singing? If that was her real hair, she wouldn't have been singing. Okay? She caught them tracks and she was like, that ain't connected to anything. But if that was her real hair, that would have hurt a little bit more. Okay? He said you lost all your glory. Okay, so that's the first misconception, is that black women all wear weave or wigs because they're bald. Some people got their hair braided under there and they just got a protective style and they just want to do stuff. They want their hair to be blue one day, but they don't really feel like dyeing it. So they don't make it blue. They just put that wig on and they got the protective style underneath. Yeah, that's all right. My wife has told me, because some people we've seen at church or around at work, like, man, how is she getting her hair done this much? She's like, no, this is a wig. That ain't nothing but a wig. And they be good wigs because I can't tell. Men don't have the good frame of reference to tell. Okay, so that's number 1. They wear weaves because they're bald. The number 2 misconception about, thank you, kudos to Lisa for teaching me. The number 2 misconception about black women is that they won't submit to a man. Here's the truth. Black women won't submit to a weak man. They won't submit to a weak man. If you are strong and you running your household and you got your stuff together and you are about your father's business and you work and you take care of what you're supposed to take care of and you are worth being followed, they will follow you. If you are worthy, if you're a worthy leader, they will follow you. But black women, you ain't about nothing radar runs strong. If they know you ain't about nothing, they know you ain't about nothing early. They might be with you, but they ain't finna just be doing what you say. They might like you enough to be with you, but they ain't finna just be following your orders. I don't think there's anything worse for a black woman than a weak man. They just be with them, but they be like, you are weak. Oh, they can smell fear and weakness. You right, Urban Cutie 81. They be like sharks in the water. You weak? Define a weak man. Here's the thing. It's about the wholeness of the package, okay? You may be having a strong voice and being this and blah, blah, blah. Do what I say. But if you don't have your stuff together, you don't make good decisions, if you don't stand up and have a backbone, stand by your decisions, make quality decisions, that's weak. It's like there's an analogy between a good leader and a bad leader. A bad leader says, do this because I said so. A good leader says, let's do this together. Still things like that. Yes, consistency, my brother said. Welcome, brother. It ain't even about, a leader is not a person who just yells. A leader is somebody who lives their life worth following. If you ain't about nothing, then you can't lead because you are not credible as a leader. Leadership comes from credibility, consistency, responsibility. That's where leadership comes from. If I got people who work under me at my job and I come late every day and they come late and I'm like, hey, you come to work late 3 days in a row, they may not say it, but they're like, you come to work late. So how you gonna tell me what to come to work? I'm doing better than you half the time. So if you ain't got no job or you ain't got your stuff together, then it's hard for a woman of any color, but especially a black woman. She ain't finna just be led by you because. But the world wants you to think that they just don't submit. They just, nah, I ain't finna submit. I ain't finna submit. Listen, my wife submits. Submit, meaning to be under the mission, submission. I am under the mission of the house. If you ain't got no mission, what can she submit to? She can't submit to you because you ain't got no plan. You ain't got no mission. A good leader has a battle plan. They got contingency plans. If it don't work, I'm going to do this. I got A, I got B, I got C. If she ain't seen no battle plan, no mission plan, no strategy, no here's what we're going to do, and if that don't work, we're going to do this. Here's what I'm going to do, and all I need you to do is this little bit. How can she submit if you ain't doing no leading? Ain't no mission to submit to. You want to throw this haphazard plan together and expect her to get in line. They ain't finna get in line in no haphazardness. Without a vision, the people perish. There's been times where my wife was like, I don't know about this. If you include her in the plan, in the process, getting her feedback, check in with her. Here, babe, here's what I want to do. Here's how I suggest we do it. What do you think? Then she'll be like, okay, I'm with you, but I feel like we should do this and that. Okay, I didn't think about that. Leadership and submission is about talking. It ain't about you going blindly out and then expecting her to blindly follow. Because she ain't finna walk into no hole. But if you include her in the plan, it does two things. One, it gets her on your side. And two, if it fails, she's not going to be like, I told you so, because she was a part of the planning process. It's okay to include them in the planning process. If for no other reason than if it fails, y'all fail together. Yeah, so people, this is good ground. If you have a hard offering, if I'm talking good, touch your screen and sow into this good ground. Okay? But we always want to complain, black women don't never want to submit. That's why I want a white girl. And that ain't even true either. But that's a whole nother topic. Because I know a white girl who has got all the qualities and characteristics of what I'm saying right now. But there's the misconception that white girls just follow weak men. And listen, there's some black women who will follow, but I'm talking about the majority. My friends and family, they ain't finna go for that. Okay? So, if you are worthy of being a leader, she will be honored to follow you into battle. She will stick by your side. She will prop you up. She will do everything that you want her to be. But if you have no plan, if you have no vision, if you have no credibility, if you have no leadership, if you have none of that, then she is going to be like, not today, not ever. So unfortunately, my brothers of color, maybe we should be worthy leaders before we complain about not having a wife to follow us. Because when I made the plan, with my wife to come to LA, she was like, okay, this I can get behind. Because I was working, I was saving. I said, we're going to X amount of dollars. I'm going to get to LA. I got this job lined up. The Monday we got to LA, I had a meeting, in a staff meeting. Bam, I'm in there. Every Monday morning. I got this other thing on Wednesday. We ain't just throwing it against the wall. They ain't finna just let you throw it against the wall and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Let's just see what happens. Nah. If you make a plan, it ain't even gotta be a foolproof plan. It's just gotta be a good plan, and it's gotta have her inclusion. That's the part we miss often, especially me. That's the part I used to always miss. I thought leadership was telling her what to do. Like, hey, babe, this is what you gonna do. This is what we gonna do. Nah, leadership is saying, here's what I want to do. Here's my plan. What do you think about it? What's the best way you think about doing this? And I'm a dreamer. My wife is like a realist. But she'll go with me if I have a plan, a fail-proof plan, especially with some fail-safes that if it doesn't work, here's what I'm going to do. And that means if I don't work this dream in LA and I don't do X, Y, and Z, I will get a regular job. If this doesn't work in this amount of time, I will get a regular job. And then when that doesn't happen, I got to be a man, bite the bullet, and get a regular job. Luckily, it worked out for me. But if it didn't, your boy will drive an Uber. Just because I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, if you get with me, because sometimes we make a plan and we make these concessions, and then when it doesn't work out, what we said we were going to do, we don't do. And part of leadership is saying, hey, I got to bite the bullet and I got to do what I said I was going to do. That's one thing I try to teach my son. Even little at 9 and 7, don't say you're going to do something and not do it under any circumstances. Be a man of your word. If Kevin says he's going to be there at 8, he's going to be there at 8. If I say I'm going to get a job, if this fails, I'm going to get a job. If I say I'm going to make X amount of dollars in comedy, whatever, I'm going to do what I got to say. Okay? All right. So the first one is misconception is all black women wear weaves because they're bald. Not true. Next one is they won't submit. They won't submit to nobody worth submitting, but they will submit. 3 is black women always got an attitude. That's just not true. That's just not true. Most black women I know, like pretty much all, are in relatively good spirits all the time. The thing is, like I said, they don't be about no mess. They might not be smiling on the outside every time, but they just ain't really playing no. The thing about black women, they don't really be into playing no games. They be having game face on. They be having game face on. They don't just look angry. We just look angry. The thing is, they don't be having no time for no mess, so they just ain't got no time for no games. That's the thing. My wife gets this all the time. Why you always look mad? She's just focused. She's at work, working. Okay? She's at work, working. RBF, yes. But if you talk to her, they'll be pleasant. I was talking about this before at the club. There's this disposition there's this thing that white women have more open, inviting faces. Black women don't. Black women want you to work for their attention. You ain't finna just buy me no drink and I'm going home with you just because you bought me a drink. I buy my own drink. Independent. IDEBNBNDT. I don't know how to spell it. They supposed to be just smiling all day. My brother, people used to say this about my brother, Jason. Jay, why are you always looking mad? He's like, man, I'm not looking mad. This is just my face. I'm not mad. You got to work for a black woman. You got to approach her with confidence. If you approach her with weakness and just like, hey, I just want to say, I didn't be like, man, bye. Because they already know you ain't even worthy of the conversation. They're like, yeah, cool, I'm fine, thank you. They gonna end the conversation for you to make it real simple. Yeah, thank you, all right, nice, thank you. Listen, I was walking to lunch with 7 black dudes the other day, and Slink Johnson, who was 6'7", he was like, I'm about to talk to this black girl. And she was just looking at her phone. She wasn't necessarily smiling or scowling, she was just looking down at her phone. And I said, Slink, she's not about to give you the time of day. Because there's 7 of us. Anything you say is going to come off as a joke. Because if you were mad, you would let us walk ahead, and then you would talk to her. Or you would talk to her by yourself. But the fact that you're going to walk up with all 7 of us, guarantees she don't give you the time of day. He was like, yo, what's up, Miss Lady? She was like, thank you, goodbye, good morning, goodbye. Good morning, good afternoon, goodbye. Thank you. You would call that an attitude. I would call her not about to play no games. She done assess the situation like RoboCop. Ain't about nothing. Thank you. I don't have no time. I don't have time for games. There's a lack of strong black male candidates anyway. You ain't about to be a good one. Thank you. Have a good day. She out here like Truman Show. Good morning. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. They will hit you with that Truman Show early. Good morning, and if I haven't seen you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Go on about your day. I'm going to help you on to your next decision. You got to come correct. And all that means is confidence and no weak lines. No pre-made lines, nothing you heard out the Fresh Prince, nothing like, no, they can smell that a mile away. Ain't got no time for no games. When I was with Melissa, when she was 16, she was the worst girlfriend ever. I'm going to tell you. Worst girlfriend ever. And you know why? Because I was used to all these other girls hanging all over me and, cooking. And in high school, girls cooking me chicken, blah, blah, blah. And Melissa was just like, I'm cool with you, but if I don't have you, I'm also cool. Confident and independent and strong. And she didn't have no pain, no bad breakups. She was just like, I like you. I really do. But if you ain't about nothing, I can be without you. And I was just like, excuse me, I am Kevin Fredericks. And she was like, and I'm Melissa Marsha. Melissa Marsha, what's up? And that really turned me on. I was like, this girl don't care if I walk or run. At first, I was mad because I didn't understand it, because pretty much I'd always went for easy girls. And Melissa was the first girl I had to work for. Took me 7 months. It used to take me 7 seconds to get a girl. They used to come flocking to your boy. Now, they was ugly, but I was getting them. They was ugly. I was going for that low-hanging fruit. But when it came to Melissa, she was like, I got good grades. I run track. Because I was a good basketball player. And she was like, and I'm good at track. What's up? I won district in the 100 and I ran hurdles. What's up? I'm good too. I'm going to college, to University of Washington. I was like, well, maybe I'll go too. Hey, that's cool. But if you go somewhere else, I'll be fine. I was like, man. It was so refreshing. She got that from her Papa D. Yes, she was the first girl that ever was confident and didn't just need me. And that's why men be saying black women are bitter. That's my next one. Black women are lonely, bitter, and angry. No, that's not true. Black women are just confident to be who they are, and they would rather be who they are alone than be with some bum. No, I didn't say all black women are in a good mood all the time. No, Scott. They just are confident in not being with whackness. Lonely, bitter, and angry? No. I know a lot of black women who are single, and they're just like, I would rather be happily single, Netflix and chilling, than sitting up under some bum. I didn't mean to say that if I did. They don't want to be that. And it's that term. I ain't gonna sit up under no bum. Melissa, the strongest, the reason Melissa was so hard to get is because she had a good dad who already was taking care of her. When I went to marry her, my pastor told me, he said, look, you want to marry her, but you are living with your parents. Her dad got a house, cars, money. He's paying for her college. What do you have to offer? Why should she marry you and go backwards? You live with your mom. Why should you marry you and go backwards? And I was like, man, because she got that good father. Let me tell you, this comedian said this joke, and it's so true. He said, I want a girl who come from a single mom home. Because if she got two parents and a good dad, I got to work too hard to get her. And it's so true. Not that if you don't have no dad, it'll be easy. But if they grew up with that daddy who was about his father's business, what you got to offer? So my pastor told me that, and I was like, okay, got myself together. I got myself a little apartment, a little dungeon. It was clean. It was on the bottom floor. It was like underground almost. No cell phone service. I used to have to be on headphones and put my cell phone out the window just to talk. But I had my own apartment. I had a pineapple couch. I had some burritos in the fridge. I had some noodles in the cupboard. It wasn't much, but the lease said Kevin A. Fredericks, and it was paid. Had my little Ford Focus. Had to get myself together. Because a black woman will rather be by herself, not lonely, but by herself, than attached to bumness. Just rather be lonely. Netflix and chill. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a pineapple couch. By the way, while y'all making fun of the pineapple couch, it was the most comfortable couch ever. I mean, it had SpongeBob decorations. Blue Focus. Oh, yeah, JJ. Had a Ford Focus. Had me a little job working at the daycare. I was working. And then when I approached, see, the thing is, you got to approach the black woman when you got your stuff together. Because she's a lioness out here in the Pride Lands. And she is out here like, look, I will kill for you. I will kill for you if you got your stuff together. I will kill, I'll cook it, I'll flip it. But if you ain't got your stuff together, I got a pack of other lionesses and we going out. They got them girls they will be out. If you got it together, we got you. But if you ain't about it, look, I got my sisters, I got my coworkers, I got my group chats, I got all my stuff. I will kill for you if you worth killing for. But if you ain't, I'll leave you in the safari jungle cold. They'll let you be the lion, but you better be Mufasa. You better not be Scar. See, Scar wanted to be Mufasa, but he wasn't no true leader like Mufasa. He just wanted the crown. If you Mufasa, the grass is green. We are out here. We got your back. You taking care of stuff, because when it goes bad, Mufasa ran and jumped in with the wildebeest, risked his life for his baby. Mufasa was fighting the hyenas. A pineapple couch, it was a couch that had pineapple designs on it. It was a brown couch that had pineapple stitched in it. So if you want Sarabi, you better be Mufasa. Because you saw Sarabi when she was with Scar. All she did was side-eye the rest of the movie. We ain't got no food, Scar, because you're weak. You don't know what you're doing. You killed Mufasa, but you don't know how to lead. She was just breathing the rest of the movie. Well, now that you're the leader, we're all hungry because you're whack. And if Mufasa was here, see, Mufasa was such a good leader that all they did was say if Mufasa was here, that wouldn't happen. If Mufasa was here, we wouldn't be hungry. Just miserable with Scar. Because Scar wasn't no true leader. And as soon as Simba came back, they was like, hey, hoo-hoo! Lionesses, let's get it. We got a leader back. My baby boy is here. Let's go. That's a black woman, a lioness. Yeah, Scar didn't have no plan. It's all coming full circle. Scar didn't have no plan. Scar just wanted the title of a leader. Scar was like that man that wants you to follow, but he ain't worthy following. He ain't had no plan. He didn't know about the watering hole. He just wanted to sit up on the throne, but he didn't have no plan how to rule. Getting the throne and ruling are two separate things. That's what I learned from Game of Thrones. King Robert was a great warrior. He could usurp the throne. Terrible ruler. Ascending to the throne and ruling, two separate things. My head's not bald. I have hair. You got to be a man that's worth ascending to the throne and ruling. We so worried about trying to take them down and getting them draws, but when that baby come out, we ain't got no plan for no milk and no formula. Huh? You just want to take them down, but you don't want to take them back up and lead them to nowhere. Huh? Do y'all hear me? Huh? So busy trying to get in them draws. You got in them draws and planted that seed, and you don't know how to water that seed. You don't know how to change no diapers. You don't know how to make no bottle. Rock the baby to sleep. The baby pooped up their back, and you don't know what to do, but you trying to be a leader. If you ain't going to change the diapers, at least make sure that they never run out of diapers. I mean, if you can't change a diaper, there better be Costco-sized boxes, wipes, formulas, onesies. So she can be like, he don't change no diapers, but we ain't never ran out. That man take care of the baby. If you can't change a diaper, hold the baby with tummy time. Play with the baby. Hold the baby. We so busy trying to make them, we ain't trying to raise them, though. How many teeth have you held in your hand? That's where the fathers are. You ain't a father because you can have a baby. You a father when you in there washing that blood when that tooth fell out. You know how many teeth I've been around for? All of them. All the teeth fell out. Daddy's there. When they get their teeth, Daddy, look. I'm always there. Boy, your tooth is out. Hey. Come on. The same thing about ascending and ruling. We know how to make a baby, but we can't raise no kings, no legacy. We can make bastards. Is what we're doing. We're going back to Game of Thrones. Having outside children with no heir, we ain't raising them. They're bastards. They ain't got no father, ain't nobody to lead them. How about you raise one? Raise one. Raise one baby. Just raise one baby. Be up there coaching the basketball team. Shoot. People want me to have 4 and 5 kids. I got 2. I'm just trying to raise my 2. I'm trying to see them through. Be out here with the homework. We buying school clothes for the baby, but we ain't there helping with the homework. You got Jordans on. He can't spell Jordan. Where are you when the homework is hard? You know about Common Core? Huh? Are you at the football game? It don't matter if your son is awful at football. All that matters is when he looks out in the stand, Daddy is there clapping. We got blown out 77-0. My son threw 6 interceptions. Daddy, did you see me? Boy, you threw it. It was up in the air. The other guy caught it, but I seen you throw it. Son got blown out. Your son on the basketball court getting crossed over. Oh, daddy, he broke my ankle. Hey, you was there. You got to shuffle your feet. You saw his hips. You got to watch his hips. Son can be awful, but his daddy's there. He going to be happy. Son on the bench all game. Daddy, did you see me? The coach looked at me 3 times. Hey, next time he's going to tap you. He might tap you. Let's get in. Maybe you're going to get some garbage time because y'all got blown out. Maybe he'll give you, when 0.7 seconds are in, you might get in. And I'm going to be there. If you might get in, I'm going to be there. Raise them. Raise them. We good at putting our penis in. We ain't good at taking out what comes out. We put that penis in, but when that baby comes out, we want, I don't even know. It ain't even mine. I didn't even know. Nah. If you gonna plug the vagine, you better be ready when that vagine unplugs. Don't be so quick to poke it in, because something coming up out. We quick to put it in. Yeah, let me just put the head in. Okay, put the head in. But when that head comes out, where you gonna be? You got some wipes? You got a diaper handy? You got a car seat? They won't let you leave the hospital without the car seat. Huh? Y'all got me all off topic because I'm tired of people having kids and not raising them. Learn how to play soccer. My son moved to LA and forsook basketball. I was like, why you ain't playing ball? Man, he was like, Jose Carlos and them play soccer at lunch. I was like, but we got a hoop court in the front of the yard. He's like, but Jose Carlos and them is playing soccer. Jose Carlos and them dad is out here playing soccer with them. So guess what? I went out there and got me some goals and a soccer ball. Looked at some videos. I won't have to learn how to play soccer. I don't know nothing about soccer. But you want to play soccer? We playing soccer. Sign them up. I wish he was playing hoop because I could have teach him a lot of stuff. But he want to play soccer, so we playing soccer. And them soccer players get paid. So that's all right. He ain't playing a basketball no way. Let's get it. Goal! The Americans. Shoot. All right, y'all. I'm on the 405. Service is about to go out. Thank y'all for tuning in. God bless you. God keep you. And we'll see you at the conference.